Well, welcome to my Traxxas Maxx 4-way tyre test. Welcome to my Traxxas Maxx 4-way tyre test. In this video, you're going to see me testing the Maxx ideally on 4 different tyres. First of all, we're going to have a little bit of fun with these crazy 1/8 scale drift tyres on the car. See how the car gets on with those on board. Then we're going to test the stock tyres. I'm going to talk about how much grip they have, how much they balloon or they don't balloon, also how much lateral grip they have on the car when it's sliding sideways, etc. Then I'm going to see if we can put the Proline Badlands MX-28s on the car. These are ones with the 17mm hacks, but I'm not quite sure if they're going to fit us yet, so we will see. So watch that bit of the video, because if you consider buying these and they don't fit, hopefully you will learn from my mistakes. Then lastly, we're going to move on to these Power Hobby belted tyres. There is a link to these below the video. I'm smiling because I've been testing these and I know just how good they are. So I'm going to leave those to the last bit of this video test. Anyhow, let me get straight down to it. Let's get those drift tyres on. We have Mad Max ready to go outside on some 17mm drift tyres on here. I've used these in quite a few car tests before, so be assured we should have fun times ahead in the next few minutes. Well, the Traxxas Maxx may look slightly ridiculous with these 1/8 drift tyres on, but believe me, they're definitely worth it for the fun factor. Now, in this video, we're just going to do a short run on the drift tyres, then you're going to see it run on the stock tyres, then I'm going to see if I can squeeze the Proline Badlands MX-28s on, and then I'm going to put on the Power Hobby belted tyres, which have a huge amount of promise to them. Anyway, let me finish having fun with the drift tyres, and let's move on to the stock tyres.
Flat out drift, turn right, hard right, there we go, Rich, counter it. The Maxx is, I would say, very much rearward biased. I can feel and hear the rear spinning far, far more than the front is.
Well, I think that's enough fun with the drift tyres, so on to tyre number 2, which is the stock tyre. We're then going to test the Proline Badlands MX-28s, and finally the Power Hobby belted tyres for some serious speed.
Okay, Power Hobby battery powering the car on there again today. No swelling whatsoever. The thing is just cool to the touch. It's not even warm. Absolutely outstanding. So, time to test the stock tyres on the Maxx. I'm going to talk about how much grip they've got or not. The one thing you will notice on the stock tyres is the fronts do not balloon a huge amount. Well, the tyres on this loose stuff, reasonably good grip. Enough to wheelie. Good under braking. If anything, with it being a monster truck, you might want them so a little bit looser, not getting quite as much grip, so you can flick that back end out on the loose stuff rather than the body turning over as much. Hope that makes sense. A little bit of balloon in there, you see, on there, but that's like a max throttle on there. They've still got enough grip to wheelie the car on the loose stuff here at virtually any speed. They grip pretty well under braking. Yeah, not too bad. Maybe the MX-28s might be a little bit better on here, but that battery, I have to say, I thought the other battery the other day was frighteningly quick. This thing is like a double stick of dynamite, never mind a stick of dynamite. This thing is definitely on it.
Well, I'm going to move on to the next set of tyres, but I have to say the stock tyres are very, very good indeed.
Well, in conclusion today, the stock tyres are proving pretty darn good. They don't balloon too much, even on full throttle with the nose up in the air, giving it full throttle. They weren't ballooning vastly too much. Now, I know that is different when running on blacktop flat out. There is a more of a tendency to balloon on there, but hopefully I will demonstrate that before this video is out. But overall, stock tyres, pretty happy with them. I figure the rears are going to wear far faster than the fronts, as it definitely seems some rearward bias on the car. Pretty good lateral grip, almost too much so sometimes, because it then wants to tip over with that higher centre of gravity, it being a monster truck and not a buggy. But they seem to grip pretty well on a variety of surfaces.
Anyway, time to head back to the workshop and check out our third tyre of the day, which is the Proline Badlands MX-28s. Just remember, guys, if you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe. Now onto the Proline Badland MX-28s, which were going to be the third tyre to test in this video. However, the suspension just clears the inside of the wheel, but it is rubbing a little bit on there. So I'm not going to go ahead and recommend we test these on this car. Because anything where you've got any amount of plastic on the tool at all rubbing on the inside of the wheel, when the suspension is moving up and down, that is simply going to drag harder on the inside of the wheel and cause scoring, or worst case, it's actually going to begin to undo the wheel nut, because if it's like having a brake on the outside of the wheel, what happens is the hex begins to wear in the middle of the wheel and eventually the wheel nut comes loose on there. I am going to say my personal recommendation is not to fit them to this car, at least not without some spacers on there. Anyway, knowing that, let's get straight down to testing the Power Hobby belted tyres, which do promise to be a lot of fun. So onto the Power Hobby belted tyres. Well, in the first bit of this test you're going to see the car running on blacktop. I'm then going to take it down to shell sands, where we're going to run it on some loose stuff and see how they get on there. And I'm here today with John from Fog City RC, and we're up at Skyline College, where we can hopefully test out the belted tyres and see just how much they balloon or don't balloon, as the case may be. So time to really put the hammer down on the Max, and fingers crossed they don't balloon.
You ought to be aware under braking it that it's like a monster truck and not a buggy. You can step straight on that brakes out, I would say. You can really get on a power with these.
Real.
And I was thinking John and me were going to be on the way to the emergency room for a second there.
Well, on blacktop, the Power Hobby belted tyres prove to have so much grip, it's like driving with slicks on the car. Caution under braking, because the car's got so much grip, it wants to end over end. Lateral grip and acceleration, simply phenomenal. Well, the Power Hobby belted tyres on blacktop are just outstanding. It's literally like driving with slicks on the car. You can give the thing full throttle and they just go. The grip they've got is phenomenal. If anything, with the Max, you're going to watch it in the corners because they've got that much lateral grip. By that I mean when the car is turning, that they're not really slipping it at all on a blacktop. They're just gripping it entirely. The grip, as you may have seen from that very near miss, they grip extremely well under braking. So you are going to need to be aware of the momentum of your car, be it a Traxxas Maxx or anything else, if you're using these tyres, because under braking the grip they've obviously got is simply phenomenal. Anyway, I thought it would be a good idea to test them off-road as well to see how much grip they've got. So let's head straight down to shell sands, where the surface is like a hard-packed gravel.
Well, I thought I'd come out and test the Power Hobby belted tyres down at shell sands, see how they get on down here. Testing them on blacktop. They look pretty good on blacktop, but thought I'd check them out on a bit looser surface. See how much grip they've got. Let's see. Oh, well, I think I can safely say that they go like a scalded cat in terms of grip. Oh. Now, they are going to have a lot more lateral grip, so we're going to have to take it a bit easier in the corners here. Oh my, this is just so much fun. Gradually getting the hang of the handling of the thing, slowly but surely. Now, as I say, you're going to have to watch it in those short corners, unless you're full on the power like that on the looser stuff. Man, these have got just a colossal amount of grip on this loose surface. I thought they might struggle on here, but far from it, and no sign of ballooning at all on there. But they have got the acceleration on them is just brutal. Man. Ooh, come on. Are you able to pull me out of that hole? Just the power to weight ratio on the thing is up there with just the stupid with these tyres on. But you're going to have to watch them because that lateral grip flipping the car over.
Well, I hope you like my Traxxas Maxx 4-way tyre test or 3-way tyre test as it turned out in the end. A little bit disappointed, wasn't able to fit the Proline Badland, the MX-28s on there, but I'm not going to recommend something to you people out there unless I'm 100% certain it's going to work, and I was a little bit nervous with the fitment of those. And the drift tyres. I would highly recommend getting some of these. They come with a 17mm hex, and if it's like a rainy day or if you've only got a small space to run your car in, they are just so much fun, it's untrue. But any video you shoot with them takes a long time, because yours truly had so much laughter. I was just crying with laughter while filming the car with those. Now, moving on to the Power Hobby belted tyres. I have to say, if you run on blacktop a lot or do speed runs, I would highly recommend getting a set of these. The grip they have got is just ridiculous. It's like driving on slick tyres. It really is. They handle outstandingly well on road, on blacktop, and they're not at all bad off-road. You just need to be aware that when you're using them off-road, you've got obviously no cushioning impact from the tyre whatsoever. The thing is just rigid on there because the sidewall is very, very small indeed. However, I'm also going to be covering these in a bit more detail in a later video. But anyway, I hope you like my Traxxas Maxx 4-way tyre test. If you did, then give this video a thumbs up, and if you loved it, by all means subscribe. Thanks for watching. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.